All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. Canelo Alvarez absolutely obliterated over his performance against Terence Crawford by one of his rivals, Demetrius Andrade. And I'm telling you, this is definitely worth a conversation. Please pay attention to the end of this video, but let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. One of the best fighters at the 154-pound division and 160-pound division over the last 15 or 20 years. One of them. I'm not saying the best, but one of them. One of the most talented and one of the most, in my opinion, misdirected fighters. Demetrius Andrade had nothing but fire for Canelo Alvarez's performance against Terence Crawford. And I'm telling you, Demetrius Andrade has a lot of reason for doing it. Basically, he says, Terence Crawford did to Canelo Alvarez what I was going to do to Canelo Alvarez, and that's why Canelo Alvarez never wanted to fight me. Before I get into the details, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much for your continued support. It really, really does make a huge difference to the channel. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks and in the cash apps. Really, really, it goes a long way. So thank you guys so much. But let's get into this. This is going to be a video. Shout out to Kamal Oz. Kamal Oz is one of my best supporters. Hooked me up with a ringside gong after a ringside bell after I lost my magic gong, where I used to hit gongs every time there was a super chat. So thank you, Kamal. This video, Demetrius Andrade gave an interview to Punch Drunk Boxing. Shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing, where he went into Canelo Alvarez and why he was not surprised that Terence Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez, and said, look, man, that's what I would have done to Canelo Alvarez at 160, but he didn't want to fight me. Now, that may sound like nonsense to some people that don't know Demetrius Andrade and haven't been paying attention to what's going on, but let me tell you for sure, it absolutely is not ridiculous that he would say that. And he now says, look, I want to fight Terence Crawford. Hopefully Terence Crawford will give me the opportunity that nobody else gave me. Right? Now, I can see, I know this is impossible to see, but mentally I can see my words going in your ear, going in one ear and out the other, right? Let me explain why I say that Demetrius Andrade has a great point. Demetrius Andrade has one loss in his career. That one loss is to David Benavidez. David Benavidez, the same David Benavidez that Terence Crawford says that he would not fight, because the only reason, this is Terence Crawford's words, not mine, the only reason Terence Crawford considered fighting Canelo is Canelo's a big guy, but he's not that big. But he said David Benavidez, that's a different story. That guy is big. He may be coming in at he may walk into the ring at 190 pounds. He's too big for me to fight. Well, Demetrius Andrade, Demetrius Andrade was a champion at 154, was Canelo's mandatory. Canelo wouldn't fight him. Demetrius Andrade moves to 160, gets a title at 160 as he works with Eddie Hearn, gets a WBO championship at 160. Canelo Alvarez gets the other three belts when he fights Gennady Golovkin. When it's time to fight for the first undisputed opportunity that Canelo Alvarez gets, what does Canelo Alvarez say? He says he doesn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade. Because Demetrius Andrade is a horrible fighter. You're a terrible fighter. You just want payday. You just want payday. No, he wants payday, and he also wants to beat you. Because if you look at the history of the people that said that many people thought gave Canelo Alvarez a lot of trouble, what do they all have in common? Austin Trout. Last time I checked, Austin Trout, the southpaw. Erislandy Lara. Last time I checked, Erislandy Lara is a southpaw. At 154 people, there's people that thought Trout beat him, thought and especially think Erislandy Lara beat him. Then who else beat him? Floyd Mayweather, a smaller, quicker fighter. What is Demetrius Andrade? Demetrius Andrade is a 6 foot, roughly 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, a long southpaw, who, by the way, is one of the best amateur fighters that the United States has put out in a long time. Definitely a slick fighter, not very easy to hit, very good counterpuncher. Would I say that he's as skilled as and on the level of Terence Crawford pound for pound? No. However, this isn't a pound for pound comparison. And Demetrius Andrade brought up a very good point and said, look, I've been fighting that same style that Terence Crawford fought to beat Canelo Alvarez. I fight in that same style. I'll exchange here and there from the southpaw stance, hit you with all kind of shots from crazy angle, tight counter punches, and then I would move. It is very reasonable for Demetrius Andrade to say, wow, look at my fighting style. Look at the people that gave Canelo Alvarez problems. And that's the reason they didn't want to fight me. The only reason Canelo Alvarez fought Terence Crawford is because Terence Crawford was so small and he was getting paid so much money to do it. And then so it was worth him taking a chance. Otherwise, he wouldn't have taken a chance, right? So this is what Demetrius Andrade is saying. And I agree 100%. I know Demetrius Andrade would give Canelo Alvarez a lot of problems. Would he beat him? I don't know. Canelo and Terence was I don't think it was a close fight. I think they were giving him rounds that they shouldn't have given him. But you get the gist. Now, what Demetrius Andrade is asking to do, though, is probably never going to happen because he's asking Terence Crawford to give him the shot that Terence Crawford was given. Let me, Demetrius Andrade, have the same opportunity that you had when Canelo fought you. Let me get a chance to get put on because I took a chance. I fought David Benavidez and nobody was going to fight David Benavidez, right? So what do you think is going to happen here? Terence Crawford is not going to fight Demetrius Andrade. Not a chance on the planet. Why? Because he's not going to bring in a lot of money and it's going to be an awkward, funny fight for Terence Crawford. Awkward and funny because Demetrius Andrade is very tall, very long, also a southpaw. Terence Crawford switched his, but for the most part, Terence Crawford is a southpaw. And you can definitely get caught in the mix with Demetrius Andrade. So Terence Crawford is not going to fight that guy. Hopefully, Demetrius Andrade will get a shot at some type of champion at 168 pounds when they start spreading those belts out because Terence is going to keep him, but more than likely Terence Crawford is going to go to 160. He's not going to be campaigning at 168 for a long time. So hopefully Demetrius Andrade will get his shot after that. But man, Demetrius Andrade missed the boat on that. He took the check. He took the checks from Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn did him like Eddie Hearn does people that he wants to basically get on his side so that person won't have to fight nobody. Because remember, Canelo Alvarez at the time, Demetrius Andrade started messing with Matchroom. Demetrius Andrade, Canelo Alvarez was with Matchroom at the time, doing business with Eddie Hearn at the time. So he moved over there to get the shot, and Eddie Hearn did what? Just fed him to kept feeding him to like juiced up UK dudes. I ain't gonna remember. What's the guy's name? Williams he fought? That dude looked like he had EPO busting out his earlobes, bro. trying to get Demetrius Andrade beat in that situation, man, and then just letting them go. Billy Joe Saunders fight falls apart the whole nine. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But it is what it is, man. Demetrius Andrade finally did get a couple big fights with the PBC. Hopefully he'll get another one. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.